Alrighty, folks, it is the moment you have all been waiting for. The finals for Encounter 4 have arrived. Sky-Byte and his posse of ocean terrors, pretty much all new characters, actually, from fan sets, have come up from the deep to take on one of the biggest, what's the word I'm looking for, menaces to the game ever in SkyBull. Legendary versus Bretosaurus. New versus kinda old, but also terrifying. I am going to quickly undeafen myself so that way I can hear what is going on the player's end. Make sure everybody's volume is not blasting in my ear. We got two judges on hand, Bill and Techno, to monitor the match. Let's go ahead and switch over to the camera. Here we go. This should be one hell of a match. Again, as a reminder to everyone at home, best of 3 set. First to 2 wins will win the entire event. And let's see whether one of the most broken things Wizards ever produced comes out on top, or if the newcomers from both BFA and the ARC come out on top as well. Again, we have both Legendary and Brett's deck list on hand for additional analysis. And as a reminder, again, when a player wins a game, a Autobot symbol will appear near their, or closest to their video feed on screen, just so that way you can keep track of who is winning, or who has won how many games. This should be interesting. Last night we saw Brett take down Champion Sky Scepter build in a rather surprisingly intense match, I must admit. Legendary took down King Naga's OPBL and Friends list a couple of nights ago. That was definitely interesting, and that went to 3 games. So now we see how this match goes between Legendary and Brett, and a lot of people are jumping in and out of the call right now, and people are talking in my ear. Oh my god, this is... And hopefully tonight also we do not have me arbitrarily arguing with somebody over what to nickname the Sky Shadow pieces. I promise not to do that again. So... now let's see. Can everybody hear me in the chat, just to be sure? I don't want to be talking to a brick wall, essentially. We are seeing the reshuffle, or not the reshuffles, the shuffles in general happening. And now... we are hearing Bill give his little opening speech for the match. Legendary is making a joke in the middle of that, unfortunately, so we are just waiting for Bill to finish this up. While he is doing that, just a reminder, we have Sky-Byte, Crash Bash with Briscoe and Gnaw, as well as Sky-Byte Strat on Legendary side, and then on Brett's side, we have Sky Shadow, we have Horrible with Grax, we have Sky Shadow Sync, and we have Brutal Conditioning. I will remind everybody of what all the Bayformers and ARC cards do as the match goes on. And basically just hopefully we have a good set here. Hopefully it's a 3-game set, just so that way we have the maximum amount of action as humanly possible. For those of you in the audience, be sure to, quote-unquote, place your bets now as to who you think will win, but please don't bet any actual money on it. That seems stupid. We have the roll-off here. Brett rolled a 7, Legendary rolled a 6. Brett will be getting the call here. And waiting for the call. Brett will be going first here. Scorp, shout out to Legendary's mom. God damn it, Scorp, did you have to extend that joke? Seriously. Anyways, we're starting off with Brett's turn as a Sky Shadow figure watches on. Flipping Bowl for turn makes sense. It's a pretty standard SkyBull thing. And then sending the tank in first. As a reminder, Brett's deck is a blue variant of Sky Shadow. So this should be interesting to see how this plays out against an aggro deck like Legendary's. I should also mention, these two did face off during the Swiss rounds, and Brett absolutely got, like, thrown around, like, 6 ways from Sunday. Legendary just had every offensive tool. Tsunami Blaster, Belligerence, Beast Mode, everything. So, should be interesting to see how this rematch in finals plays out. So, Legendary looks to have a... I'm not sure what that is underneath that PTT, but Brett does have the option for an Assault Formation, dropping a Steady Shot for it. dropping Beast Mode for a Vampark Ribbon makes sense early game because Sky Shadow is not going to give Legendary any sort of benefit since Beast Mode only does target bot or body mode to get that bold 4. Moving over to Legendary's turn, flipping Gnaw makes sense. He wants to be ready to grab that opportune offensive back should he need to. And what card does he have in hand to play? Let's go ahead and take a look at his deck list quickly. Not too sure what he would have right now that's a good play. I mean, he could lead... He drops a Master of Metallicado right off the bat. I was about to say he could lead with a Grenade Launcher, sending Gnaw in right off the bat. Interesting decision. I would have sent in Crash Bash there, but hey, he obviously knows something I don't know, so yeah. Looks to be going in for 4, 5... He said 7 no Pierce. Where is he? Oh, there's a green icon in there. So taking 2 on the plane, he defended for 5. And Legendary does have a green icon sitting there, so he could potentially pick that up. And he's agonizing over the decision right now, so we will just have to wait and see what he does here. Brett does not look to have any greens, though, so... Dropping a Vampark Ribbon that he picked up, and I could not make out what that action was there, or whatever that card was there. We'll move back over to Brett's turn, and... wait for him to finish his note-taking, it looks like, since note-taking is allowed here. So we're moving over to Brett's turn. He'll most likely be able to drop 2 black icon cards, get 2 damage onto whoever on Legendary side, most likely Sky-Byte. Also, Sky-Byte did take 3 damage. I completely missed that, but that makes sense from the Pierce. And... that will also get a conditioning counter onto Brutal Conditioning. Legendary is mixed rather than orange. Actually, let's take a look at that. So Legendary is playing 28 oranges on 25 cards, 13 blues on 13 cards, 4 whites total on 4 cards, 10 greens on 10 cards, and 11 blacks on 11 cards. So... yeah, the Battle Simulator, the highest probabilities are all extremely jumbled, but it is a bit more leaning towards orange. We see a Disruptor Blade come down onto Bull, so that will activate Brutal Conditioning on Bull. Again, that first self-damage will put Brutal Conditioning on the character that took that self-damage, and then each additional instance of self-damage will get a conditioning counter on Beacon. So Sky-Byte will take the other damage from Bull's ping here, and now does Brett have a black icon action in hand to play in order to advance Beacon just a little bit more? Because let's actually take a look at what black icon actions he's playing. He has 26 black icon cards. He does not have a black icon action, it looks like. He drops a Sec Check. So Bashing Shield gets dropped from Legendary's hand. We saw a Lose the Battle and a Precision Fire. And on Brett's hand, we have a Cayman Crash, an Assault Formation, and a Snare. Okay, so he did have a couple of black icon actions. Choosing to go for the Disruption path. That was just a tongue twister. That wasn't even me talking fast. Flipping Bull to alt mode, moving a damage over to Sky-Byte. I think he wants to be getting as much damage onto Sky-Byte as possible because, again, he gets that +3 defense boost from his strat once he gets cards underneath him. Sending the plane into Gnaw here, and the plane will be going in for, it looks to be 5 Pierce 5, potentially? So Gnaw is just about to lose half his health here. So, yeah, that is a pretty significant hit here. I'm still not sure why Legendary sent in Gnaw, considering Brett's deck is blue as well, actually. Legendary is gonna need those opportune offensives, I can speak, in order to punch through Brett's constant flipping of blues. Okay, he was just checking the scrap for that, so Gnaw will be staying in bot mode for the moment. We see a secret action come down. That is probably the Lose the Battle that he had in hand. Early game checkpoints can hurt potentially. Yes, but Legendary did only lose a Bashing Shield on that. He still was at net 3 after his draw. So it really didn't hurt him too bad, but we'll have to see if it does impact him later on. So we see the secret action come down on his side. Most likely to Lose the Battle, but I can't be 100% sure. He could have top-decked another secret action. And Crash Bash will swing in for 8 in here into the plane. He'll block 5, take 3. So Sky Shadow will now be combining for a minimum of 12. Moving back over to Brett's turn. He's going to be flipping Bull here in about 5 seconds, so now the question is, he has that Cayman Crash in hand, he has the Assault Formation in hand as well. Actually, the Assault Formation is probably the play here, considering that Bull has to attack here. So he plays the Assault Formation, but does he have a Black Icon upgrade to follow up with in order to get that second conditioning counter onto Beacon? If he doesn't have that, he'll be able to still get it in on the next turn if he has a Black Icon action and a Black Icon upgrade. But if he can, like, assure that he can get it in only one card next turn, that would help. Actually, the Cayman Crash, if he has a Black Icon upgrade, does help. Oh, he's not going to damage Bull off of that. Interesting. Puts the damage on the plane and does the 2 to Sky-Byte. That part makes sense. 1 to Bull and 1 more to Sky-Byte. That will put the first conditioning counter onto Beacon here. Now we just wait for the upgrade for turn. If there even is one. Is there going to be one? He looked like he was about to attack with Bull there, so he may potentially just send in Bull here. Sending Bull in. Sending into Nah, trying to eliminate him off the bat. Turnabout Snare comes down. Okay, so that reduces Bull's attack to 1 in this situation. We got a bit of glare there, so I can't make out the flips. It looks to be 1 Pierce 1, though, so Nah will only take the 1 here. That is huge for Legendary's ability to recover opportune offensive, and it looks to be there's 1 in his flips right now, so he will be getting that for when Sky-Byte attacks here in a moment. We move over to Legendary's turn. Nah flips, recovers the opportune offensive. That play was telegraphed as soon as we saw it get flipped. So he's going to drop it here on the Sky-Byte. There it is. Now the question is, he does not have an upgrade, so he's just sending Sky-Byte in now. The +3 health boost and the +3 defense boost is now active. So no Tsunami Blaster, though, to help Sky-Byte in that department, though. So that's going in for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14 Pierce 3, and I missed who the target was here. So looks to be going into Bull there? So yeah, Bull will take 11 damage there, sitting on 12 out of his 14. Okay, that was a pretty significant swing right off the bat. So if Legendary has a Cayman Crash in hand, which I think he is playing, he is not playing Cayman Crash. His only methods of direct damage are, looks to be the only Precision Fire and Assault Formation. One is a direct damage option, one is a move damage option. Those are the only ways that Legendary could potentially KO Bull here without having to attack him. So we'll have to, he might still have that Precision Fire. It's the Assault Formation that's a question, so we'll just have to see how this plays out. We'll move back over to Brett's turn after that massive swing on Bull. So he only still has 1 conditioning counter on Beacon, so he does have the Assault Formation in hand, but is that the optimal play here? I honestly don't think so, considering Bull will not be attacking here. Yeah, absolutely, that hit on, I think you're referring to that hit on Bull's Scorp. That will definitely help a lot. So now we just wait and see what Brett decides to do here. Again, that Assault Formation could be an option, assuming he didn't drop it, but I don't think he did. So Sky-Byte has 10 health remaining right now. Nah has 4. Crash Bash is sitting at full. Bull is a bit of a vulnerable, in a vulnerable position, I can speak. Scoundrel's Blaster will come down onto the tank. Crash 1 to the plane, it looks like. Is he gonna do the 1 to Bull? I mean, he can move the damage off with the flip, but that is a bit of a risky maneuver. I find normally going for Sky Shadow support first is the smartest play. Can't use Bull much from now on. Absolutely. This puts Brett in a bit of a precarious position regarding Bull, so. But yeah, going for Sky Shadow support first is probably the play. That hit was massive, makes Brutal Con liability more an asset. Absolutely. We've seen this before when playing Exhaust both on and off camera and in tournament matches. If you can just absolutely or what's the word I'm looking for? If you could absolutely whack or hammer, whatever term you want to use, the character with Beacon, it just makes it a massive liability. So the plane goes into, I did not catch who the target was here, but that looks to be going in for 5 Pierce 3, or 4 Pierce 3, excuse me. And that looks to be 3 damage on Sky-Byte. Okay, that does... I figured that was the target, but I wasn't 100% sure. So, now the question is, does Legendary try to prevent a KO of the plane here, or does he just go for it and try to whack Sky Shadow later on? Wallop, yeah, that's also a term you could use. Gotta love stream delays sometimes, you know? Okay, he's thinking about picking up that Lose the Battle he has set, in the flips, and he does not take it. Now, how many Lose the Battle is he playing? He's only playing 1, so... Oh, he actually... No, he dropped the Lose the Battle to pick up something. I think he had that in his hand for a while. Flipping Sky-Byte to bot mode. What will be the result of this roulette wheel? Opportune Offensive! Okay, Crash Bash is totally going in this turn. Actually, wait a minute. He may not play this. Oh, yep, he is going to play it. That makes absolute sense. He could just go for the KO on the plane right now. The question is, can he survive the Retribution hit from Sky Shadow here? We see an Assault Formation come down, moving a damage off of Sky-Byte onto the Bull, so that puts him at 1 health remaining. Bull is 1 counter away, though, from triggering Brutal Conditioning, albeit I'm not sure what happens in that situation if Brett will take the self-damage to get that 3rd counter. Sky-Byte sitting at 14 now, and Crash Bash is swinging in for 11 Pierce 4 into... 11 Pierce 4 into Sky-Byte. Blocking 3, that is a dead... Or, into Sky-Byte, into Sky Shadow. Send in Sky-Byte now, he won't last much longer. Probably, I mean, that may have been a play that he could have done, but... He made the play he did, and we'll just see how the repercussions come. So Sky Shadow will combine here. No Autobots on Legendary side, so that is a non-existent trigger at this point. And now the question is Crash Bash going to be able to survive a potential Retribution hit from Sky Shadow here? Or does Brett even send in Sky Shadow in this position? There's a question here now about Crash Bash's bot mode, which, as a reminder, I will pull that up quickly so that way I can tell you what it does. Basically, the question is because of the fact that Brett has a Hollow Matter down, or Hollow Matter available for pickup. If memory serves, Bull would die before BrutalCon would trigger. I believe that is the case, but if that situation does come up, Techno will probably pipe in the chat right now, in the voice call, not in the actual, in the stream chat, to figure that out. So I am just quickly scrolling down to Crash Bash's ability, because we don't really see this thing a whole lot. Where is it on the page? Okay, so Crash Bash's body mode reads, when this does attack damage to an enemy without KOing it, and you flipped at least orange-blue, you may move that damage from that enemy to another enemy. So basically, it's a way to play around stealth. It's a way to attack Sky Shadow if he does go into it, and then move the damage over to Bull. Or if Ominous is out and Bull got sent in, he can send Crash Bash in bot mode into Bull. If he gets the trigger, moves the damage over to Ominous. Yeah, you have to do the damage to the character to trigger the BrutalCon. Yeah, so BrutalCon is a triggered ability, so that would have to wait until after the effect that triggered it resolved in order to actually do it. So that, yeah, that makes sense. So Brett right now cannot activate Brutal Conditioning fully. He could flip Bull here and then play a card to do it, but does he really want to trigger the BrutalCon just for a +2 health boost and put himself in a slightly better position with Bull? Again, it only nets him +2 health here, essentially, so... Actually, that is what it nets. It's not essentially. Checking Legendary Scrap Pile for some reason. It's probably not Secret Actions, because Legendary's only playing 3 Turnabouts there, and to Lose the Battle doesn't have anything else, or it doesn't have much in his deck, so... Not too sure what the checking up the Scrap Pile was for. Albeit Brett has not played any cards, though, so clearly he's worried about something. It's just a matter of what at this point. Oh, we got a card coming down. What is it going to be? Hollow Matter coming down onto Sky Shadow. As a reminder, he is sitting at 12 out of his 20 health, or 12 damage out of his 20 health. That wasn't even me talking too quickly. That was just me forgetting words. So now there's an action potentially in play, albeit a Bull flip would probably happen before any action comes down, just so that way Bull doesn't accidentally kill himself. Sending in Bull without flipping. Interesting decision. So sending into Crash Bash as he has to. The attack is for 7, 8 Pierce 1, excuse me. And Crash Bash will block 2, take 6. Okay, so Bull is the target here now for whatever Legendary sends in. Considering he's only got 1 health, Gnaw is probably going to be who he sends in here, just so that way he doesn't burn a Sky Shadow attack here. Especially considering that he has a Tsunami Blaster available, so if he picks that up, that might telegraph that he's going to go for Gnaw here. Dropping the Precision Fire for the Tsunami Blaster, and we move over to Legendary's turn. Gnaw will also get Bolt 2 on his flip here, so Assault Formation comes down, giving Gnaw Bolt 2 and moving a damage from Sky-Byte to kill Horrible. Wait a minute. Okay, I did not realize he had an Assault Formation in hand, so Grax has been deployed, so Legendary has 2 targets once again. Flipping Sky-Byte to alt mode instead of flipping Gnaw. Wait, nope. That's not what he's going to do, I guess. He's dropping the Tsunami Blaster onto Gnaw, or not on the Gnaw, onto Sky-Byte. And does he send in Gnaw or Sky-Byte here? Because Gnaw has the Bold too, but oh wait, he might be reconsidering that Tsunami Blaster onto Sky-Byte. Again, the play is probably to send Gnaw into Grax and just use him as a bit of a sacrifice. Ye old, sometimes characters attempting Brutal COD will get stuffed. Absolutely. Puts the Tsunami Blaster on Sky-Byte. Sends him into Sky Shadow, I believe. Now Sky-Byte has the full Bold 4 from the Tsunami Blaster, which is a reminder, gives +1 attack, and for each card underneath the character, battle card that is, I believe. Actually, it might be character. Is Tsunami Blaster just battle cards, or is it all cards? I don't remember. But either way, for each one of those 2 underneath him, he gets Bold 1, up to a maximum of Bold 4. If it's only battle cards, it is just battle cards. If it's any card, then it would actually work for Triptychon, but I honestly don't remember. Brutal Con is a heavy telegraph that you need to punt someone. Absolutely it is. Also, word of the day, telegraph. Use it. It's fun to say. So, Sky-Byte goes in for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Legendary says his swing is just for 11. No Pierce, it looks like. And it looks like he did go into Sky Shadow, so he is defending for all cards. Actually, Tsunami Blaster does not work for Metroplex because I believe it has a cannot be put on Autobots clause. Sky Shadow is alive on 1! Are you kidding me? No! The Bayformers server curse lives on in all of its glorious ways. Some days you just have to pray to Briscoe that he can eliminate the curse once and for all. Anyways, moving over to Brett's turn now that Sky Shadow miraculously survived that hit. Works for... Oh god, it works for Soundwave. Ozzy, I swear to god if you try that. Anyways, so over to Brett's turn. Sky Shadow's alive on 1, so the question is, does he send in Grax as a meat shield to prevent Gnaw from doing something? Or does he send in Sky Shadow knowing that he's going to die in a little bit here? Plus, if Legendary has a Assault Formation in hand, yeah, if Legendary has an Assault Formation in hand, he can just flip Sky-Byte, move a damage over to Sky Shadow, and just KO him that way, and then just nuke Ominous with whoever. So, maybe he sends in Sky Shadow here to try to nuke Sky-Byte? Yeah, that's probably the play he makes, knowing Assault Formation is in the format. Drops a Disruptor Blade on the Grax? Okay, that might telegraph a attack with Grax here. But again, like, Assault Formation could be in play here, because Legendary did just reshuffle his deck, so... Again, I think the move, if I was in Brett's position, would be to send in Sky Shadow into Sky-Byte, try to get him off the board, and just force Legendary to punt an attack here, essentially. sending Sky Shadow in. Yep, so there is that maneuver, and it sounded like he went into Sky-Byte. Also, I just noticed that Legendary has a D120 on his side of the screen. That assumes Sky-Byte lives for the turn. Yeah, lol. Not sure exactly what you're referring to there, Tank. Gotta love stream delay sometimes. That is one dead Sky-Byte. So, oh wait, now I know what you're talking about. Okay, I'm stupid. So Sky-Byte just gets completely punted, and now we still got Crash Bash on the field, and he is no slouch when it comes to attacking. So, Gnaw probably gets rid of Sky Shadow here, but if Legendary has, let's see. If Legendary has a Precision Fire in hand, he could call that calling Combiner Mode. Again, the Precision Fire is his best play right now, potentially to kill Sky Shadow here and just punt a Titan Master. Because Assault Formation does not work for him since he has no more ranged characters on the battlefield, so if he has the Precision Fire, I think he has to play it here to get rid of Sky Shadow. Because he just calls Combiner Mode, he doesn't take anything. Sky Shadow takes it. Grax won't take anything because he's bot mode, but at this point, you really don't care about Grax. You're just trying to get Sky Shadow off the board here. Sky-Byte, Ravage, and Soundwave is 25. Wait, is it? Hold on a minute. I gotta do the math there now. Peace through Tyranny, Crash Bash? What the hell? Did we seriously just see that? Flipping Gnaw for the bold 2 on himself and swinging into Sky Shadow. Oh my... I'm genuinely speechless. Sky Shadow has a Hollow Matter. Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. That explains why he played the Peace Through Tyranny to an extent. But now he gets to take a second turn in a row and potentially nuke one of the Titan Masters. Oh my. Grax does have 7 attack. I mean, that is a fair point, but he might be able to just nuke him here. Opportune offensive, flipping Gnaw to grab another Opportune Offensive. An Opportune Offensive did come down on a Briscoe, swinging into likely Grax here. Going in for 7 Pierce 3. Going into Ominous, he is off the field. It is going to come down to sort of a Titan Master fight. Also, I did the math on what Ozzy said earlier. Sky-Byte without the strat, plus Ravage, plus Soundwave, is actually a valid team because that's 26 stars and you do get the +1 star for Ravage. Can't use Sky-Byte strat though, which is a bit unfortunate. Ominous is off the board thanks to a Peace Through Tyranny, so sets a secret action and sends Grax into Gnaw here. And Gnaw will defend for 2. Grax is going in for 7, 8 Pierce 2. And Gnaw is dead. Titan Master fight. Woo! This should be interesting. Offensive was an auto KO on Ominous. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So now we have a Titan Master fight. Can our Lord and Savior Briscoe, the Holy Kingslayer, one-shot Grax? Because there is no way that Briscoe survives a hit from Grax. He has the Opportune Offensive in hand, which will help and swings in for base 6 Pierce 3, I believe. Bashing Shield for no value, but he does get that +1 defensive bonus. Uh-oh. Legendary's admitting to a misplay? Wait a minute. He has the Opportune Offensive. He has no choice but to drop it here and go for it, I think, unless he has something else in hand. Drops the Belligerence! Wait a minute! No! Holy shit! Going in for 5. Oh wait, there was a turnabout snare that got set. No! So, wait a minute. So that's 3 going into... No! The turnabout snare doesn't allow it to happen. No! Oh, God. That is unfortunate. I don't think Briscoe survives this assault formation for Bold 2. Maybe we see a miracle happen. There's the Pierce 3, and with that, Brett has taken game 1. What a game. That PTT came out of nowhere and made that extremely close. That turnabout there just wrecked Legendary. Ouch. good lord. Thank God Snare is getting a nerf, because we have done a lot of testing with that, and, yeah. Snare absolutely needs a nerf. Speaking of nerfs and stuff like that, we have a break in the action for sideboarding here, so I'll use this moment to discuss the Wave BFB Wastelands beta. The next release for Team Bayformers is on the way, and plenty of cards have been spoiled, but there's one step to go before they can be officially released. A public beta to ensure everything is as balanced and polished as humanly possible. At the time of this broadcast, roughly half the cards in the set have been revealed to the public and made available for testing, and these cards feature, among other things, the new rolling action and oppress mechanics. If you're interested in testing a few cards out for yourself, be sure to check it out at on the Bayformers download page, of which there is a link in the description, or you can find it at bayformers.net/downloads. And if you have any questions about the beta, be sure to join the Bayformers Discord server, of which there is also a link in the description. Again, if you want to join the testing process for Wave BFB, be sure to check out the link in the description to download the beta, or go to bayformers.net/downloads to find the beta as well, and be sure to join the Discord at the link in the description if you have any questions. As we move back over to the game here, Legendary has chosen to side into Blast Off, so I will go ahead and update that on the overlay here. I can speak. I'm just not good at typing and talking at the same time. Brett takes game 1. That's a heck of a surprise considering the way their original game went. Yeah, because I believe Legendary belligerents Brett, like, what, 4 times over the course of that 2-0? So, Brett's nightmares have not come back to haunt him yet. Unlike Captain Omega. Well, enough of my trauma. Let's get back to this game at hand. We still see some sideboarding going on here. Let's actually take a look at these sideboards quickly. So, Legendary did bring in Blast Off. He has another Belligerence in his sideboard that he's probably going to side into. Counter Espionage, after what just happened there is no question he sides into that. Hollow Matter Projector, maybe, to stop some additional damage onto Sky-Byte. Spy Sat really isn't going to do too much. Maybe he sides in the Cacophonous Failure to stop secret actions, because again, Cacophonous Failure, if a secret action is played, you can reveal that card. Lost in Transit could be an interesting sideboard choice. Not good at a lot of things. Hawk Lull. Wait, what? I'm confused. What? Did I miss something? Or am I just forgetting something I said like 10 seconds ago? Anyways, looking at Brett's sideboard, he is not siding into Turbo Board. I don't see a reason why he would, considering not disarm. What's it called? Daring Escape is banned. The disarms might come into play. Stable Cover probably comes into play a little bit to deny Legendary is Opportune Offensives a little bit more. Another Hollow Matter Projector wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. Tripwire to potentially mess up Blast Off. That could be an option. Disassemble, maybe? I don't know. So, looking at the sideboards, Legendary's most likely choices are the extra Belligerence, the 2 counter Espionages, the Hollow Matter Projector, maybe the Cacophonous Failure, and the Lost in Transit. While on Brett's side, the most likely choices are the Stable Cover and possibly the Disassemble that he has sitting in the sideboard. I'm honestly not too sure. We will see what happens, though. It looks to be still going with the sideboarding here. Okay, I'm just making sure that we were on the same page there, because, again, the streamed lag, I gotta figure that out at some point. Basically, Tank just said, you made a joke that you're not good at speaking, and I made a funny, yeah. For long story short, or long story short, I just said shark with an O. Well, what is going on? Well, it's probably still better than the argument I got into last night with Legendary about whether, or what to name the, nickname the pieces of Sky Shadow, but in case you can't tell, I suck at a lot of things. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. What funny stories do I have to tell while we are waiting for sideboarding to conclude here? What funny stories do I have? Tank, you got any ideas for any funny stories I could tell in the meantime? Sure. God, okay, well, we know when Tank saw that now. So, let's just think here. What funny stories do I have to tell? Oh, yeah, I was trying to get in a game with Scorp earlier, and right as I was about to start, Legendary sends me a message. Oh, by the way, me and Brett are playing in about a half hour. I'm like, wait, what? So, like, I tried to rush a game, and it's just like, I can't do this, so I ended up spending, like, a half hour prepping for this, so. Yeah, that was fun. Also, I was supposed to make a big announcement on this stream, but unfortunately the short notice kind of caused that idea to be put on the back burner, so you'll have to stay tuned for Encounter 5 to find out what that big announcement is. Laughs in not having funny stories to tell? What, do I tell them that I'm having you do something for me for a gag in a video or something? I don't know. Or you could just, restart up the Bob and Larry argument from last night. I don't know. So it looks to be Legendary is going first in this match. Seems to make sense. Getting an early hit on Bull is probably going to be key to taking down Brett here, while also chipping away a little bit on the Sky Shadow pieces with Blast Off. Okay, Brett's deck is getting the final shuffle, and we will be off to the races here, most likely. There's Brett's 3, and we are off to the races on game 2. Let's see how this goes. Oh, Legendary apparently does not like his hand. We'll have to see how this goes. Flip Blast Off, pinging the tank for 2, so there's that. Laughs in Motor Master voice. Yeah, that is probably the vaguest hint we can give about what the project is. All I know is if everything goes according to plan, you can check out the video that gag is going to be in on September 10th over on the main channel, which there is a link to the description, or link in the description of that, I believe. Anyways, we're going to see Crash Bash going into Bull here for 1 damage total, and Legendary has a green icon on his side. Brett did as well, it looked like, but will not pick it up for Brett, and Legendary will pick up the Hollow Matter Projector, likely to be throwing on Sky-Byte here in a little bit. We'll move back over to Brett's turn here after he takes a note of something. I'm not sure what. Probably the fact that Legendary has a Hollow Matter Projector here. We'll go ahead and flip Bull. Again, standard turn 1 play. Bill, if you're in the chat right now, we got a question about when E5 will be. We're on it. I'm honestly not sure, so I can't give you an answer. I'm just the broadcaster. So Bull is sitting at 1 damage. The tank has 2, still combining for a minimum of 10. Or combining for 10, rather. Well, it can either combine for 10 or 12 here for Sky Shadow. I'm honestly not sure. Well, it will be way too early to tell. Anyways, enough of my pointless rambling. Smoke Cloak coming down onto the tank. That will deal 1 to Bull and 1 to Sky-Byte most likely, and activate conditioning onto Bull. We will also see a damage come down onto Blast Off from Bull's trigger, so Brett is very clearly fearing that, and it's easy to see why, considering that that is going to be a crucial piece in Legendary's possible victory in Game 2 here. Or a possible victory for Legendary in Game 2, I can speak. So tank will go in here for a amount of Pierce I did not catch. I moved a little too quickly. Okay, so it was Pierce 2. And Legendary has a Tsunami Blaster there he could pick up. Question is, does he want to this early? I'm honestly not too sure. He's struggling over this. It's usually about a month between encounters. Yeah, so that would put the timeline right about now for end of September for when Encounter 5 would be, which seems about reasonable, I think. Dropping the Pocket Processor for an escape route? That's it. Oh, wait, that flips Blast Off back to alt mode and then back to bot mode to ping Sky Shadow piece a little bit more. Flipping to alt mode with the escape route, and then flipping back to bot mode, pinging the plane for 2. So now, no matter what happens at this point, Sky Shadow will be combining for a minimum of 12. Hollow Matter comes down onto Blast Off. That puts a bit of a target on Sky-Byte's head, as if it wasn't already there. Sends Sky-Byte into the tank, going in for 7 base here, and the tank will go ahead and defend for, it looks to be 5? 7 from the additional tough 1 provided by Smoke Cloak. So Sky-Byte's going in for 9, so the tank will take 2 here, so up to 4 on the tank. And we will move over to Brett's turn if he picks up that, or if he chooses not to pick up that Scoundrel's Blaster. It looks like he is contemplating it. It is a +2 attack boost, and Legendary isn't playing a whole lot of blue, so it would be something he would get use out of, even though Legendary doesn't have a single Autobot on his team. So we just wait and see what Brett potentially... Oh, dropping a handheld for... Wait a minute. Oh, I forgot there's an Assault Formation in there as well. That could be the pickup he goes for here. In fact, it looks like that is what he's going for. Yeah, he's... Oh, wait, now he's going for the Scoundrels. Goes for the Scoundrels instead of the Assault Formation, so he must have, like a Cayman in hand or something, if I had to take a wild guess. So we'll draw for turn. We know he has the Scoundrel's Blaster, but we don't really know anything else because we have not gotten any hand reveal cards dropped like Sec Check. Point position comes down onto the tank, so that will do a damage to Bull and probably Sky-Byte as well, and then put a counter on Brutalcon. Waiting for the target here. Yep, shooting Sky-Byte for 1. Tank, Decepticons, and Mercs forever. Ha, very funny. For those of you who don't know, Tank is a bit of a Decepticon fanboy, so every time he tries to play Autobots, a black hole is created somewhere in the universe. Scouting mission comes down. If I had to take a wild guess, the damage gets dealt to Bull here. Yes, it will, so that will put him up to 5 after his trigger and drawing the 2 cards, and that will fully trigger Brutal Conditioning here. And that's probably another damage onto Sky-Byte. So Brutalcon is active. We will not see it be a liability in this game. Albeit Legendary does have the tools available to punch through it. So we'll see if he's able to do that. Flipping Bull to move a damage over to... Wait, moving the damage to Blast Off. Again, Hollow Matter does not stop that. So that is definitely makes sense as the play here. Is definitely makes sense. Is definitely making sense. A bit of a Decepticon fanboy. I said what I said. Anyways, at least I think I said that. Anyways, sending the plate in here for, it looks to be 5 Pierce 2 going into, I think Sky-Byte was the target here. Yep, so 5 blocking 3, taking 2, or, no, 5 blocking more than 3, taking 2. So, humongous understatement. Again, I said what I said, and I stand by it. Anyways, I'm not sure if Legendary picked up a green there or not, because I was arguing with Tank in the chat there. Flipping Blast Off to alt mode, putting a spy... He sighted in the Spy Sat. I mean, Brett is playing point position, so that does make sense, but... Actually, yeah, that does make sense. Okay, ignore what I was about to say. Sending Blast Off into the tank, most likely here, since he will get that bonus attack. Going in for 5 Pierce 1, and a counter Espionage is in on the flips. So that could be a pickup here we see in a moment. The tag will go ahead and take the Pierce 1. Might as well use Blast-Off's ability if you can, so that makes sense. And Brett looks to have a Scoundrel's Blaster available in his flips. There might be another green in there. I think there's an Assault Formation. I can't quite tell, though. Dropping a Smoke Cloak for a... Again, that looks like an Assault Formation, but I can't be sure. Oh, he picks up the Scoundrel's Blaster instead. He already has one in hand, so that is a fairly interesting decision. Not picking up the Counter Espionage on Legendary side of things, and we move over to Brett's turn and see what Bull is able to do. So we're probably going to see him flip first things first here, albeit that does put him in a bit of a vulnerable position, considering how much attack that... Legendary's deck is able to throw out. Albeit that +2 health, +2 from Beacon does make a bit of a difference here, so. So looking at the damage totals, Blastoff, I believe, has 8 health total. Can somebody in the chat confirm that Blastoff has 8 health total? Because I'm not sure if it's 8 or 10. Crash Bash is sitting at 2 damage out of his 13 health, and Sky-Byte is sitting at 4 out of his total of 18. And then on Brett's side, Bull has 4 damage out of his 16 health, And the tank is sitting at 5 out of its 10. The plane is sitting at 2 out of its 10. So Sky Shadow, again, will still be combining for a minimum of 12. Maximum of 15. Or actually, it's either combining for 12 or 15. I don't know why I keep saying minimum. Brett's still contemplating options here, but he did move the brutal conditioning over, so that may telegraph some sort of upgrade play. Blastoff's a 282, thanks Scorp. So a fourth of Blastoff's health is already chipped away here. Brett is still contemplating what move to make here, so he must have a pretty decent hand, or either that or just questioning what Legendary could do on his next turn and trying to figure that out. Assault Formation and a Disruptor Blade come down. Bull is in the wrong mode to get the triggers for extra damage, but that might just be a smart play on his part. So, moving a damage from the plane over to Blastoff, and Bull will get the Bull too. Flipping Bull to bot mode, and then sending him into... I missed the target there. Going in for 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 Pierce. Oh, there's a white icon. Hi, Mirage. There is 3 whites there. 9 Pierce 3 going in. So that will be a dead Blastoff here, unfortunately. 9 into 4, I believe the defense was. I'm not sure exactly. No, 9 into 3 it looks like. So, yeah, that is 1 dead Blastoff, unfortunately, for Legendary. So, that takes away a pretty important resource to try to kill Sky Shadow here, potentially. Not going to pick up that Assault Formation there, it looks like. I'm not 100%... Oh, wait. Maybe he's considering it? I'm not sure. There is an untap here, though, so that's certain. Not going to pick up the Assault Formation. Interesting decision. So we have the untap here. And draw for turn for Legendary. So now we just wait and see what he has. He doesn't have that Assault Formation that we saw a minute ago on the flip, so... Not too sure what he has in hand at this point. He does have Sky-Byte with a Spy Sat, so that way he could attack around the tank here. But that does put Sky-Byte in a bit of a precarious position in terms of getting attacked. Albeit he will have his full defensive boost, so I'm not too sure how concerned Legendary is about that. Maybe he flips Sky-Byte and tries to get a grenade launcher or something for Crash Bash and sends him into the tank here, potentially? I'm honestly not too sure what he tries here. There's a multitude of things he could do. It's just a matter of what cards does he have access to right now, and what is going to be the viable, or the most viable target, I can speak, with those options available. He's contemplating here. He's even not sure what he's supposed to do in this situation. Again, that Spy Set does make the decision a lot... Oh, wait, I forgot. Point position is only braved while tapped. Somebody in the chat's about to call me out for that in about 10 seconds. So... Yep. Tank just said that, so, yeah. So Crash Bash is probably the send-in here just to keep Sky-Byte alive in the late game. Puts a grenade launcher on Sky-Byte? Is he aware of the fact that point position is inactive? Drops the Belligerence. Okay, hold on a minute. That's 3 more cards underneath Sky-Byte, and let's see how much, whoever gets attacked for here. So that's 12, 14, it looks like. Okay, so going into Bull here, 14 into 3, takes 11 alive because of brutal conditioning. Oh, no, that has to hurt. That has to hurt. No, wait, 14 into 3 is alive on 1. No, it's even worse. No, wait. 14 into 3 is 11. Wait, am I missing something here? Am I missing something? Either I suck at math or they just missed a point of damage. Can somebody in the chat please confirm that I am not bad at math? Please? Anyways, moving over to Brett's turn while I am waiting for that. Bull is almost dead here regardless, so we're good. I mean, considering the point position, we're probably going to see the tank get set in anyways, but maybe we see the plane? No, why would Brett send the plane in here? God, sometimes I wonder why I'm doing this, because even I don't know what's going on half the time. So, flipping Bull, moving a damage over to Sky-Byte, I believe, here. Okay, so Bull would not have been dead there regardless, so no matter what, this flip actually really... Yeah, you know, honestly, I don't even know where I was going with that. Either way, Bull was not dead, and this flip is still legal because Bull is still there. So now the question is, what cards does he have in hand? He flipped Bull to play around the ability. Tank is just butting in now to see how much damage. Oh. Okay, so we have actually just gotten clarification thanks to Tank jumping in quickly. Sky-Byte attacked for 13, not 14. That explains why Bull was left alive on 2. So that must have not been a blue icon flipped when the belligerence was active. I thought there was a blue flipped. That is my fault, so that's not me being bad at math. That's me being bad at figuring out what icons are in play. Yep, I just saw that, Tank. This delay sucks, because I am saying something, and then you're saying basically the same thing, like, 2 seconds later. We're seeing a Scoundrel's Blaster come down onto the tank, going into Sky-Byte. He does have that full 3 defense boost, so Legendary will be blocking at minimum 4 here, and the tank is going in currently for 6 Pierce 1? Yeah, 6 Pierce 1. So now we just wait for Brett to reshuffle. Shuffling takes up so much time. Gotta love it. And to think people actually wanted deck searching abilities during the game in this game. Like, it already has a reshuffling thing. We do not need more of it. 6 Pierce 2 going into Sky-Byte. He is taking 2 no matter what here. And a Tsunami Blaster is available for Legendary to pick up. He is probably going to do that. He only has 2 cards in hand, though, so actually maybe not. Not going to go ahead and pick up the Tsunami Blaster, so either his hand is that important or he already has a Tsunami Blaster in hand, potentially. Sky-Byte will go ahead and flip to bot mode. We got a reshuffle, or not a reshuffle, a shuffling of the cards underneath him. I believe he's sitting at all 6 right now. Maybe he's at 5. I don't know. Anglemois Surge. Ooh, this is going to hurt if he plays it. So that will do a damage to Crash Bash, though. So that is something that needs to be taken into consideration. So that will essentially negate Briscoe's health boost. He will play it on the Crash Bash, so Crash Bash will be swinging for minimum 8 here, I believe, if math is correct. Dropping a secret action, so he still has a card in hand, and he still has an upgrade for turn. Bashing Shield to get rid of the Smoke Cloak on the tank. That could make a bit of a difference here, so we will see how this goes. Crash Bash swings in for 8. No secret actions on Brett's side. Swinging in for 8, 10, 12 going into the tanks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 it looks like. So that is 5. I think that is a dead tank on the nose here. Yeah, it looks to be take 5. Die on the nose. Okay, Sky Shadow has combined with 11 damage total on him. Have green... we may have some green icons. I'm not sure on Brett's side. I know Legendaries doesn't. Yeah, so that will go ahead and trigger a combination of Sky Shadow here with 11 damage. Again, no trigger because no Autobots on Legendary side. And... oh, wait a minute. Wait, I'm not dead? I'm confused? Where is that coming from, Tank, exactly? Albeit, I'm not too sure how good of a move that was on Legendary's part, considering the fact that now Brett is swinging out for a wheel turn. Sky-Byte does have his full defense boost, though. He doesn't have that 1 defense in alt mode, though, so... This is not looking too good for Legendary if I have to take a wild guess. He does have a secret action, though. We could see a turnabout snare come down here. That could help. One of the secret actions was Legendary playing in his sideboard. Lost in Transit and Cacophonous Failure, so it's probably a snare if I had to take a wild guess. Flipping Bowl back to alt mode, moving a damage over to somebody, I'm not sure who. The joke is that the tank died. Tank, I'm sorry, but that was just a bad joke in general. That joke just sucked. Wait, flipping Bowl to alt, or to bot mode. Was he in alt mode on the previous turn? Hold on a minute. We do see a steady shot come down. 1 to Bowl, 1 to Sky-Byte, Scoundrel's Blaster onto Sky Shadow. So Legendary does not have that Lost in Transit set. In fact, I don't even think it's in his deck right now. It's still probably just floating around in his sideboard. And sends Bowl in to... I missed the target, but not revealing the secret yet. 11, Pierce 2 going into whoever Brett is attacking. Again, I missed the target because I was talking about the secret action and the play that Brett was making. So we're waiting for a reshuffle from Legendary now. He has no more flips, no matter what. So either Sky-Byte is defending for 3 or Crash Bash is defending for 3. So it actually does 8 damage to whoever gets attacked here. And Sky-Byte will be alive on 2. Ooh, that hurts. Sky Shadow probably attacks into Sky-Byte here, and that's likely a turnabout snare, but that will not do anything. Snare doesn't do anything because Sky-Byte has that Pierce 4. So that will go in for 2... 3 Pierce 3, and that will be a dead Sky-Byte. Ooh. Yeah, I as much as I hate to say this match looks to be just about wrapped up, but I'm not going to say it's a guarantee at this point just because of the fact that if there's one thing I've learned as being a sports fan, you do not say it's over until the clock hits 0, and there is still time on the clock right now. Metaphorically speaking, of course. But Legendary is not sitting in a good position right now. Crash Bash is mostly at full health. He has 3 damage on him. But Sky-Byte's practically, or Sky Shadow's practically at full health. Horrible's almost dead, but Briscoe can just pop out and wreck face and do his best Briscoe imitation. Vampark, that's a card. Maybe it's helpful here. I'm not too sure, though. Again, it's not looking too good for Legendary right now, but we will just see how this plays out. Doesn't seem to be playing in action, so we will just go ahead and send Crash Bash in here, probably into Bowl to get an attacker off the field. Going in for 9, no Pierce. Okay, so that looks to be a... No, Bowl is alive on 1, I think. Wait, no. Bowl is dead. Okay, he had 14 damage. I thought he had 12 for whatever reason. So that is a dead Bowl, and Grax will deploy here. Unfortunately, Legendary will not get the heal from Vampire because he only did 3 damage. Dropping a scouting mission for an assault formation. That's going to move a damage off of Sky Shadow onto Crash Bash here, so... things are going downhill for Legendary real quick, unfortunately. Looks like Brett's going to have this one locked up here in a couple of moments, if I had to take a wild guess. Assault formation, Grax gets the Bull 2, damage gets moved over to Crash Bash. He is now sitting at 9 health remaining, and this is an all-out turn for Brett. So we're going to probably be seeing Grax sent in first here, or nope, sending in Sky Shadow, just going for the kill shot straight away. Going in currently for 10 Pierce 4, 10 Pierce 5, 10 Pierce 6, 10 Pierce 7. Blocking 3, blocking 4, taking 7. And then Grax is probably going to go in here for the kill shot now, actually. So let's see if it happens here. Grax swings in for 4 with Bold 2. Picking up another assault formation in the event that Grax does not get the kill here. sending Grax with Bold 2 into Crash Bash here, and there's Pierce 4. Pierce 4 into... That will be a dead Crash Bash. Briscoe, the Holy Kingslayer, is deployed. And even I don't think he can do that much to win this game here. So let's see if this plays out or if Legendary drops a concession. Oh, nope, he's going to play it out. Power Punch, Secret Action, swinging into Grax, or going into Grax, just going for the Glory Kill, it looks like. 6 Pierce 1 going into Grax, and looks like Grax will block it here, and we may see a concession after this, but we will let this play out, because again, clock has not hit 0 yet. Doesn't really matter the reshuffle order here, so we will just see the last card get flipped. Oh, to add insult to injury, Grax is alive on 1. Are you kidding me? Untap, and Brett will draw for turn and probably send Sky Shadow in here for the guaranteed kill. Albeit, wait, that could be a turnabout snare set. Assault formation, that will move a damage, and even if there's a turnabout snare, that will be a guaranteed KO since he still will have Pierce 2 on the field. Grax is going to go for the kill shot. Titan Master Violence to end the event potentially. 1 Pierce 1 going in. Oh, looks like Sky Shadow unfortunately will do it. Oh, nope. Sky Shadow will go in, and with the Pierce 4, or rather any amount of Pierce, Briscoe will be KO'd here. And... wait, what? Wait, I'm confused. I'm confused what's going on. Apparently, some Legendary had an attack. With that, anyways, we see a concession from Legendary, and with that, Brett has won the second game, swept the final match, and won Encounter 4 on the back of Sky Shadow and Horrible. An old menace from the format, or from the game in general, comes back once again to take the event. So congratulations to Bretasaurus for taking the event, and congratulations to everyone else who partook in the event, especially those in the top 8. Everybody did amazingly in this event, even if you did not make the top 8. It was great to see so many different decks show up, even if a couple of them were Sky Shadow, but that's neither here or there. A lot of interesting stuff seen throughout the event, especially in top 8, and a great match to end it off. Q-Sad Trumpet, yeah, unfortunately, that is the one downside, is that Sky Shadow one. I would not be surprised if Sky Shadow shows up on the Garrus 9 ban list for Encounter 5, but we will see what happens. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and log off here. As a reminder, Bretasaurus has won Team Bayformers Encounter 4 event 2-0 in the finals, running Sky Shadow and Horrible, winning against Legendary's Ocean Terrors deck. And with that, everybody did amazingly. What do you mean, Tank? Everybody did great. Everybody did great in terms of deck construction. Everybody fought until the last minute. I'm expecting a backhanded comment from Take here in a moment, but cries at missing top 8 in his first tournament. Okay, we do not need to bring that up. Anyways, anyways, I'll have a discussion with Tank about that later. But in the meantime, again, Bretasaurus has won Encounter 4, 2-0 over Legendary's Ocean Terrors decks in the final, so that will do it for this event. Hopefully, we will get Encounter 5 broadcasted as soon as possible, and Tank will hopefully be able to join me for the broadcast team for that, and hopefully we'll be able to stream some of the Swiss rounds for you, just to get an idea of some of the other decks that are being played in these events, and not just necessarily the top cut. So, with that being said, hopefully you all enjoyed these broadcasts. I know I was a little spotty at times, but first time broadcasting stuff, so it was just bound to happen at some point. So, Anyways, that will do it for this stream and this event. We will see you whenever Encounter 5 starts. Peace out, y'all.